Ancient woman bleeding in the middle of the desert. No water for 3 days. The cloth between her legs hasn't been washed since yesterday. This wasn't an emergency. This was just her period. If periods were difficult at home, what happened during war, long journeys, or pregnancy? For thousands of years, women faced one of humanity's oldest challenges. Every month it happened. There was no way to stop it. No medicine to ease the pain. No disposable pads. No modern hygiene products. Yet women in ancient Egypt, Rome, China, and countless other civilizations still had to carry on with everyday life. So, what did they actually do? The answer depended on where they lived, because there was never just one solution. Across the ancient world, women relied on whatever their environment could provide. In ancient Egypt, some likely used softened papyrus. In ancient Greece and Rome, reusable pieces of cloth or wool were probably the most common option. Elsewhere, women relied on moss, plant fibers, or other naturally absorbent materials. None of these solutions were perfect. Most had to be washed, dried, and used again. Physical discomfort was common, and for many women, pain simply became part of everyday life. Earlier, we asked what happened during war, long journeys, or pregnancy. The reality was often even more challenging than life at home. During long journeys, women couldn't carry endless supplies. They relied on whatever absorbent materials were available or reused what they already had. During wars or forced migrations, privacy became even harder to find. Clean water was often scarce. Changing or washing reusable cloths could become almost impossible. Pregnancy often paused menstruation for months. But once it returned, the same monthly challenge returned with it. No matter where they were, at home, on the road, or living through conflict, women simply adapted. Life didn't stop. They still worked, traveled, raised children, and cared for their families. What happened when there was no clean water, or no privacy at all? For many women, this became one of the hardest parts. Every reusable cloth had to be cleaned by hand, then dried and used again. Imagine doing that without running water, soap, or a private bathroom. Keeping those materials clean wasn't always easy, especially during travel or times of war. Physical discomfort, however, wasn't the only challenge. Across much of the ancient world, menstruation was surrounded by mystery. Some cultures viewed it as a natural part of life. Others believed menstrual blood possessed unusual or even supernatural powers. In certain societies, women stayed away from religious ceremonies. In others, they temporarily lived apart from the rest of the community until their period ended. The customs were different, but almost every civilization developed its own beliefs about menstruation. Surprisingly, one of the biggest differences between ancient periods and modern ones wasn't the pain. It was how often many women experienced them. Historians believe repeated pregnancies, long periods of breastfeeding, and differences in nutrition meant many women likely had fewer menstrual cycles over their lifetimes than many women do today. That didn't make menstruation easier. It simply made the experience different from what many people imagine. For thousands of years, these basic methods changed very little. Then, during the 19th and 20th centuries, everything slowly began to change. The first commercial menstrual products appeared. At first, they were expensive. Many women continued using reusable cloth for years. But gradually, modern products transformed everyday life. Today, it's easy to forget how recent that change really is. For almost all of human history, women managed one of life's oldest challenges without disposable products, without modern medicine, and without the convenience many people take for granted today. Their methods weren't perfect, but they reflected something humans have always done: adapt. Because history isn't only the story of kings, great empires, or famous battles. It's also the story of ordinary people overcoming ordinary challenges. And for thousands of years, women faced one of humanity's oldest challenges with resilience, resourcefulness, and determination.